When it comes to parenting, there is a challenge that is exclusive to our generation, and that is technology. Now, this is something that really concerns me looking at our society and even looking at my own life, because it is so easy to fall into the trap of letting our children use technology, and even ourselves in our own lives, to overuse technology. And while the things you are consuming may not necessarily be wrong in and of themselves, it's just the amount of time that is spent, which can quickly numb our minds, give us short attention spans, and the list goes on and on. My husband is actually reading through a book right now called Digital Cocaine, and he references how there's been studies done on the brain of heroin addicts and also people that are addicted to technology. And the brain scans are pretty much similar as far as the parts of your brain, I guess, that are missing or whatever. As a society, we are just prone to let technology babysit our children, and it is not a good thing. So in this video, I just want to talk a little bit about that, some of the challenges I face with it, some of the places I fail in, I am working on, and some of the other things that I feel are so important that we put on as a top priority in our children's lives. This is my son, Xander. How old are you?
4.
When is your birthday going to be?
March 13.
Ah, you're going to be 5.
And then I have a little sister.
Yes, then we're going to have a little sister, Lord willing.
Yeah.
So exciting. Then there's going to be 2 of you. I mean, 2 children. I promised him if he looks at books until I finish this video, I will help him complete a Lego set that he's working on. So in the last 10 to 15 years, technology has just exploded and has come to consume our lives in so many ways. I benefit a lot from technology, but I have to be really careful, and I'm still working on this, and I have lots of room to grow in my own life. But today's subject is children and technology. And what's so unique about our generation is we're the first generation that are experimenting in this field with our children. We're just going to start seeing more of the effects of what technology has on children's lives as they're growing up and used to it and turn into adults. And I don't think it's going to be good at all. And so I would challenge you, and I'm challenging myself as well, that even if it's the easy way out, to not give in. Because it is so easy when you just need to get something done and you're just struggling with time, you're frustrated, and you just need something for your children to occupy themselves, and you just hand them the phone, hand them the tablet, or whatever. And so we have went through phases. When Xander was first born, there was like no technology at all in his life for the first few years. And then later we started letting him watch some children's videos. Before long, we found ourselves, it was very easy to just fall into this trap. You're busy, you don't realize how much time is flying by, and we were just letting our child consume content for way longer than he ever should. Secondly, I was kind of just trusting, that some of these kids apps are safe, but the more I see and the more I go on, I realize that I don't want someone else choosing what they feel is safe for my child to watch. Even some of the things that might be safe, I might not have the same values as I do, and it just starts instilling these things into my child that I really don't want him to have. I'm not completely against using these apps. We still do it sometimes, but I think it's really wise to be very careful to monitor what they're watching. Something that is really taking over for children is like you open eggs and see what's inside them. And just for hours, children will sit and watch someone open these eggs and get out whatever is inside. And it kind of gives them this boost of adrenaline, or not adrenaline, it's oxytocin, and their brain is just constantly getting stimulated each time there's another new item. It gives them the rush. It's not healthy for the brain. And then they no longer can know how to play on their own. They struggle to focus and adapt. In the long haul, it's not worth it. It's not worth it for your child. It's not worth it for you. And I have learned that it's hard, especially if you went through a period of time where you were allowing it, to just cut it out. And that first week is difficult. And that makes it really hard as a parent. But once you get over that and they start learning how to play again, he just plays for hours by himself, and it's so refreshing. Right now, he is very much into Legos, which, by the way, I will give you just a quick update on my Lego system because you all have been asking.
So I got, look, the bird says I have to have a flag like this, so I found it.
Oh, good for you.
I know where the flags are. Can you guess? Here.
Are they?
Yep, see?
Oh, okay, good. Xander is just 4, he's almost 5, but he actually caught on way quicker to the system than I thought. There's still times he has to ask questions and figure out where some things are. He loves playing with them.
So I'm building this little boat thingy. It has it's trying to rescue like people lost their off their water.
It's so nice. You just roll the cart out here. He likes to play on the table, bring trays out. So far, none of them have gotten dumped. One tray did get tripped on and broke. The only major downside to this system is the cart. I love the cart concept, but it's a little bit dinky. The trays can kind of tend to slip out of their sliders and fall down. I wish I had a better system as far as a better quality tray, but we are loving it. We've been playing Legos lots of different times, and it's just so much more fun to build things when everything's organized. And thankfully, Xander has the personality that he enjoys staying organized, so he does pretty well keeping everything separate.
So here's our bricks that kind of used for houses.
Uh-huh.
And then like click them together like that.
Okay.
You see a whole new house.
Uh-huh.
And click more in because they'll have a whole bunch of here.
A lot of people had also talked about why didn't I just color code, like everything that is one color goes in one bin, another color goes in another bin. The reason being there's just so many little parts that you want to actually organize by parts. In my personal opinion, it's easier for a child to organize by color, but then when you're digging through colors, it's really hard to distinguish between all the different parts. So there's so many little intricate parts. If you put all the little small pieces, no matter what the color, in a container, you're looking through your directions and you're like, you know what, I need this little part, you know exactly where to go instead of digging through bins of color.
He's gonna sit in the boat. All right, now I think we're done with this level. So here's level 1. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Need what?
A 12.
A 12, okay.
12 pieces are in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, you were right. That is a 10. You need a 12. Okay.
Yeah. So that must be the black one. How about this one?
All right, so back to this topic. We are still kind of finding our way in this. I think it's okay for children to have some technology. Some parents say none at all, which I think is really good. And I will say again, we have failed in this, and it's something that we're really working on. We went through cycles of this where we don't allow it for quite some time, and then we start slipping up again, and then suddenly we find ourselves where we're like, you know what? We're allowing way too much time, and it just crept up on us. So it's something to be constantly aware of. So our personal weak spots tend to be, like I mentioned before, when you're so busy or when you're not feeling well. And there is still exceptions to this. Like if I have a migraine, extreme headache, if I'm feeling really sick and need to lay down, I would sometimes do this where I just need to take an hour nap or something, and I would allow him to watch something while I do that. And I think that's okay as long as it doesn't get out of hand, because we need our rest and we need to take care of ourselves as well. But Xander is getting to an age now, he's old enough that he doesn't need that. He can let me go, take a rest without needing something to occupy him. There are some times when you just absolutely almost need something, but I think it's wise to set perimeters and boundaries, make sure that we stay within that as far as, okay, when this situation happens in this particular box, that is when we will allow it instead of just kind of how we feel. Another thing we have done is we have bought him one of these leap pads, and we really like this because it gives you full control over the leap pad as a parent, and we don't have any internet on. He can't go browsing through the internet, and we download certain apps that he can use. We had some videos on it. We actually went and took all the videos off because they were so addicting, and we just left it with like interactive games. I have noticed that if he does play on this, he's much more quickly apt to just go set it aside on his own and start playing toys when it's just the interactive games. He has to ask before he can use it. So we're trying to decide if we need to set more boundaries with this or not. But this has come in handy, and especially for traveling, when we travel long distances in a car or we're flying on an airplane, that is when we loosen up on technology, and I feel it's an amazing thing to have around. But some parents may also believe that that is just out and say no technology whatsoever, and I would be 100% for that, and I think that's a good idea. Before we move on with the video, I want to quickly share what I think is an incredible gift to give a young child. So we have had different versions of this in the past that we were able to take along to church, and it was an excellent toy for Xander to have in church, to be engaging, and I just want to show you what that is really quickly.
So what I have is my dinosaur writing pad. If you hit the cheek, that'll erase it. Okay, here.
Where's the pen?
Here.
All right, you take it out.
If I want to write something like this, you just like...
And look at that. What does it do?
It changes different colors. See?
It has different colors. And then if you want to erase, what do you do?
hit the cheek.
You hit the cheek. These writing pads are so handy. Children just love to draw and create and write. It's such a good thing for the mind. And so often, like a literal pen and paper, they're writing on their hands, they're writing on their pants, on their clothes, especially in church. And so having like one of these electronic writing pads is so handy because you have no waste with paper. You don't have a mess. You don't have ink getting everywhere. So he has had some of these in the past, and a company called CheerFun reached out to us to see if we wanted to try this one out. And it was so cute. Xander loves dinosaurs, and so this one, instead of just having a basic writing pad, here, can I show it to him again? Instead of just being a basic writing pad, it's a really cute little dinosaur. Then you just hit the cheek to erase it. Can you tell me what your favorite thing is about this?
Let Mom and Dad write on here.
You like when we help you write on it? Okay.
Yeah, and then even if the pen is lost, we can use like our fingernails. See?
Okay, awesome. Anyway, we would love to give one of these away to one of your children or grandchildren. So comment below if you would like to win one of these and who it's for. You know, the age of the child. We will pick a lucky winner and have one sent to you. And also, if you'd like to have a writing pad where you purchase it yourself, I'm going to have links in the description. Like I said, it definitely has character. It's very cute.
So this is
Xander loves it. So thanks to CheerFun for sending us this writing pad, and also for gifting one of you all with one as well. So comment below and we'll make sure someone wins. So there's another key factor that I think is so important, besides just setting restrictions, boundaries, limits, whatever around technology for your child. I think you also need to replace it with something. My husband's big on this. Like when you're trying to change something in your own life, you're trying so hard to change that habit, or like a bad habit, get rid of it. He says it's good to replace that bad habit with something else, something you can focus on in place of it. There's a Bible verse that actually kind of correlates with this. It's in Matthew 12 and verse 43. Jesus is talking about a person that has like gotten rid of an unclean spirit, an evil spirit, and has swept his house or swept his heart and got everything clean and everything rid of it. And when this impure spirit comes out of a person, it goes through arid places seeking rest and does not find it. And then it says, I will return to the house I left. When it arrives, it finds the house unoccupied, swept clean, and put in order. So nothing was put in to replace that wicked spirit. Say maybe that bad habit. Maybe I'm kind of taking this out of context, but there was nothing put in place to fill that. And it says, then it goes and takes with it 7 other spirits more wicked than itself, and they go in and live there, and the final condition of that person is worse than the first. I think this is kind of a good point, because it's so easy to focus so much on getting rid of something in your life, but if you only focus on getting rid of it and you don't replace it with something else that you can focus on, often you tend to go back to that habit and maybe it becomes worse. But we're talking about technology. You try so hard to get rid of it in your life, and maybe it's successful, but if you don't have something to fill the empty space, let's just say in the evenings you tend to have a leisurely evening, and that's the time that you normally browse through social media and that type of thing. What I find in my life is I need something else to replace it, and if I don't and I'm just have nothing to do, I'm going to probably go back and actually be worse than I was before. And so back to my point about children, if we're battling this thing of technology, I think it's good to build good habits of activity, have things that they can engage in, engage their minds in, and enjoy, and have that feeling of satisfaction with whatever they're creating. Maybe it's some type of work, maybe it's a sport. And so growing up, to me, I loved sports. Throughout school, I loved basketball, baseball, all the things. It was just so much fun to see how much better you could get. Kind of compete with yourself and see if you're better the following day than you were the day before. And I would practice and practice, especially at basketball, shooting hoops for hours outside. And it was so good for me. And as I got older, volleyball was my passion. I just loved volleyball, and I just couldn't wait until we got to play again. And eventually I got into snowboarding as well. And those two things I personally just loved, and they were just so invigorating, refreshing. And so this is something that I would love to instill in my children. And for you, it might be something different. And I also know as children get older, they'll have their own interests. And I think it's good for us to let them pursue those interests and encourage them in it. And if we can encourage these types of things in their lives that's away from technology, I think now more than ever, it's key that we do that, and it takes so much extra effort as a parent. And so this winter I was determined to help him learn how to skate and also get him on a snowboard. I'm going to share some of the clips of him learning this year. It's been a lot of fun, but I also didn't realize quite the challenge that it would be to get him out. And it doesn't really help that I'm pregnant as well, because I can hardly lift him around. He's pretty heavy, and we went snowboarding one time. I was so glad Nolan was there, because he was the one like lifting him around, helping him with his snowboard bindings. Yeah, it would have been a lot of work just for me. So that type of thing has been harder for me, but we were able to take him skating about 3 or 4 times this winter. And if you can do it, especially really quickly back to back, it really helps them start catching on. And he went from hardly being able to stand on his skates to now being able to push himself around. He still uses a hockey stick for balance, and he kind of has this funny way of push scooting himself. But I'm not really worried about all the techniques and whatever of teaching him right away. He'll figure it out. But yeah, I just thought it'd be fun to share some of those family experiences we had this year. Like I said before, it's something that gets the family out together. You make memories, you're having fun, you're getting exercise, you're growing, you're learning new things. And it's also for us one of the things that can help get his interest in something else. So as he grows up, he learns to love those types of things instead of always be looking to technology. And so we're hoping that we can kind of instill that love to balance it out as he gets older. And as far as when he will get his own phone or whatever, we've never really talked about that, but I'm pretty sure it won't be till he's 16 or so. I just don't really feel there is a need, especially for internet, on a teenager's phone until they're old enough, and then also have it heavily monitored, because there's so much teenagers, children can get into on the internet. It's a scary place. But they do need to also learn how to navigate it and to control it before you just let them loose in the world, and they're young adults and have not had any type of training or experience or teaching on technology. And that's another thing that is so key for us. We're the first generation that is experiencing this and trying to navigate through it. And so we somehow have to start good habits now and instill in them, you know, about time limits and all that type of thing, which I'm working on in my own life, because it has been hard for me in my life going from no technology. You know, growing up, I just had like this little flip phone. The smartphones were only coming out soon around the time I was married. And it's so easy when you don't have good habits in place to just fall into the rut of that is your entertainment. When you're bored, you need to listen to something and constantly engaging your mind and keeping it busy, and that's not good. And so this is something I'm slowly working at, and I'm hopefully getting somewhere. But yeah, I think we'll leave it at that, and then I'm going to just jump ahead to some of our skating experiences from the first time Xander went, to some of the pictures, videos of the last time Nolan, I think, took him the last time. I don't have a whole lot of that time, but he's definitely progressing. And then we also took him snowboarding, which was a lot of fun. I hope you all have a blessed day. See you guys in the next video. Bye. Now you have to be careful. Here, listen to Mom. Hold on to that when you step on the ice. Whoa. Okay, now keep going down. Good job, buddy. Whoa. Okay, you hold on to that. Keep trying, keep your feet straight.
Eventually.
What you got?
Skis.
Skates. Let me see your new skates. Man. I'm really excited. We're going skating the good old way, which is out on pond ice. This has been my goal this year, to teach Xander how to skate. So Sunday afternoon, and we're heading out quick, trying to beat the storm. Here, try, come around this way.
I can't. Because it's so edgy and tippy.
okay to sit. You're gonna have to push sideways a little bit.
Hi. I'll try without falling.
Yeah. My handsome hubby's helping me get my shoes since it's hard to lean over my stomach.
There is something we need. It's a leap of faith. Step away from the comfort zone and be a little brave. So take a look around you. How far can you see? How far do you think you can run? Standing on your knees. It's a beautiful world out there. Just don't pass on the dare. If you have the will and a moment to spare, it's a beautiful world out there. It's a beautiful world out there. It can be a bit frightening. It's something you don't know. You need a little enlightening. It'll make you go. It's a beautiful world out there. Just don't pass on the dare. If you have the will and a moment to spare, it's a beautiful world out there. It's a beautiful world out there. It's a beautiful world out there. Just don't pass on the dare. If you have the will and a moment to spare, it's a beautiful world out there. It's a beautiful world out there. Oh, if you have the will and a moment to spare, it's a beautiful world out there. It's a beautiful world out there.
Looks like Xander's starting to get it. Wow, buddy.
Hey, Dad!
Can you still see?
I'll get closer, closer.
Yeah. There we go.
Hey, Dad!
Wow, buddy. I'm proud of you.
I took away my son. Let's not shoot in the neck. Ah!
Mom, hers.
Thank you. I think I can sit down. Ugh. Is that fun, buddy?
Uh-huh.
Whoa, there went your shoe. Your skate.
Put your boot on.
What, boot? Hey, my sock was in there.
Xander, come. Here, Xander, come get out of the way. Don't want to get hit.
You sure? You can't catch me. Whoa!
Where are we going? Here.
Snowboarding.
Your first time?
Yeah.
All right.
I think that'll help me out to be turning in the snow.
Okay.
You'll be just watching.
Why doesn't Mom want to go boarding?
Because you're a pregnant girl. A pregnant
Well,
girl.
it's obvious.
What were they thinking when they let us take you home? Could they not see the fear behind our eyes? You could fill up the Grand Canyon with the things we didn't know. We only knew our love for you was just as deep and wide. We got some things wrong and some things right. We had lovely dreams and sleepless nights, but every sunrise brings another chance to be surprised.
Gonna really get some speed.
Sometimes the best thing we can do. 'Cause if we wait until we're ready, we're never gonna move. So we listen to the music and take one step at a time, till we find that we're dancing through this one wild and precious life.
So I've been wanting to teach Xander how to snowboard for so long, and we came up tonight to our ski resort. It's about an hour away. It's called Whitetail Ski Resort, and we're just on the bunny hill. Nolan and I aren't snowboarding. It's hard not to snowboard for me, but I want to be careful with being pregnant, so we're just teaching him out here on the bunny hill, and he's he's already loving it. So much fun.
You got this, Dad. You got this. There you go. Good job.
Remember, twist your shoulder just a little bit. Do here, not too much. Just do about like that. Good job, Xander. You are turning a little bit, buddy.
I wonder if I should just get out of the way. Now you want to keep this one foot on the belt because your board wants to slide. See, it'll slide on its own. There you got it. Okay, a little bit further, buddy.
Hop, hop with your front foot so you turn.
Okay, let's get you strapped in.
Look, let's
You want to
sit.
sit down?
That's easier.
Like that.
Are you having a fun time?
Yeah.
Are you getting cold?
Nope.
All right, what's your favorite part?
Skiing down the hill.
You fall some, huh?
Yep.
But you'll learn how.
I'm trying to stop. I'm trying to stop, but I can't. But I keep falling over.
Okay.
Like if I turn my shoulders really sharp.
Yeah, you have to just turn them a little bit. How are you supposed to turn them? Show Mom, just a little bit. Yep. You don't have to hunch them. Just twist just a little bit. Little bit. Good job. Aim for Dad. Good job, Xander. You have to go hop, hop. Hop, hop a little bit. Hop, 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 hop. There you go. Hop a little bit more. Hop, hop, hop.
I was turning.
You were turning.
I was turning.
You were turning. You were doing so good. Okay, now push yourself up again with your hands. See ya. Oh, I can't believe this little kid. He is learning so quickly. I don't have a helmet for Xander yet. I'm not too worried right now. He's so little and he's not going real fast. But I do need to buy one for him. I'm definitely not buying one for him here. They're like 70, 60, 70 bucks. I'll find a used one on Facebook Marketplace or something because ski gear is so expensive.
Saw your first steps turn to running, then to scraped and broken arms. And we felt the winds of change begin to blow.
What do you think of your son?
Hello. I'm not sure which side he gets his athletic strain from. Probably you.
Picking up your room, doing our best to let you go.
There you go.
Sometimes a leap of faith is the best thing we can do. 'Cause if we wait until we're ready, we're never gonna move. So we listen to the music and take one step at a time, till we find we're dancing through this one wild and precious life. I'm holding all the memories, and I'm holding back back my tears. And I'm treasuring this moment in my heart.
Ready to stop.
The song is almost over, and your new life nearly here. Before you go, I hope you know how proud of you we are. You'll get some things wrong and some things right. You'll have lovely dreams and sleepless nights, but every sunrise brings another chance to be surprised. Sometimes a leap of faith is the best thing we can do. 'Cause if we wait until we're ready, we're never gonna move. So we listen to the music and take one step at a time until we find that we are dancing. How I love to see you dancing through this one wild and precious life.
All right? You were doing a good job. I cannot wait so I can get back on a snowboard. It's so much fun teaching your own child. He is catching on quickly, I'd say. They shut this lift down because it's starting to get dark, so we don't have a whole lot of time left. Poor Nolan's getting his exercise, pushing him up and down.
Mom, I want to put that big wooden one with Dad.
You ready to go home soon?
Let's go.
No.
Well, that's good. You really like it, buddy. I was afraid maybe you would just faint it. I am so proud of you. Yeah, you rode the board down. You didn't cry when you fell. That's awesome. We'll come up here again sometime.
I saw someone jump from the hill.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Somebody jumped on it. I missed it.
You missed this. Just not tired out yet. Xander's not ready to be done yet. He just wants to keep on going. Right, bud? Remember, yeah, if you flip over on your feet, flip your board over. Flip your feet. There you go. Now you can get up.